So, what if I told you there's a $32 trillion market out there that most businesses either completely ignore or, well, get totally wrong? Yeah, we're talking about taking your company global. And look, while it's a huge opportunity, it's also a minefield of potential failures. Today, we're going to unpack the one key strategy that separates the global success stories from the ones that, frankly, never even leave home.
But before we get into the how, let's really wrap our heads around the why. When we say global opportunity, it's so easy to underestimate the scale of it. This isn't just about adding a few new cities to your sales map. We're talking about a fundamental shift in your business's potential for growth. Get this. The World Trade Organization expects the global trade market to hit 32.2 trillion US dollars in 2024. That's trillion with a T. To put that into perspective for you, that's more than the entire GDP of the United States and China combined. It's just an enormous pie, and businesses all over the world are fighting for a slice.
Okay, so with a market that massive, why isn't every great product a global sensation, right? What is the hidden barrier that stops so many entrepreneurs dead in their tracks, long before they ever reach a single one of those new customers? Well, here it is. The difference isn't usually the quality of the product. It's the quality of the plan. Way too many businesses fail at exporting because they just jump in blind. They waste time, they waste money on the wrong markets, and they end up getting shipwrecked by challenges they never saw coming. Success requires a clear map, not just a powerful engine.
So if strategy is the key, what does that strategy, that map, actually look like? Well, it's not some kind of magic formula. It's all about having that detailed map before you even think about setting sail. It's that one missing piece that turns a risky gamble into a smart, calculated, strategic move. And here it is. This is the game changer, export market identification. It's a formal process that just throws out all the guesswork. The I've got a good feeling about this country approach, and it replaces it with cold, hard data. It's about systematically finding out where your product has the absolute best, most realistic shot at winning. And this quote just nails it. Think about it. You wouldn't try to drive across the country without GPS, would you? So why on earth would you try to navigate the incredibly complex world of global trade on just a hunch? This data-driven approach is exactly what separates the pros from the hopeful amateurs. And the impact of doing this is just huge. It touches every single part of your export plan. It means you're not wasting your marketing budget on trade shows in the wrong country. It means you're targeting buyers who are actually looking for what you sell. It even helps you get your pricing and all that legal paperwork right from day one, so you avoid those costly surprises down the road. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now for the most important part, the how. This whole process might seem really complex, but you can actually break it down into a clear, manageable journey. Let's chart that course. Now, the source material has a detailed guide, but it really boils down to these 5 essential phases. First, you look inward. You gotta assess if your company's actually ready. Then you cast a wide net. See all the possibilities out there. Phase 3, that's where the data kicks in. You analyze trade stats, consumer trends, and you create a data-driven shortlist. Phase 4 is all about doing your homework, verifying tariffs, shipping costs, local rules. And finally, you pick your winners and build a detailed plan of attack. Following a structured process isn't just about what you do. It's also about the mistakes you don't make. Think of it like a set of guardrails on the highway that keep you from driving off a cliff. A disciplined approach helps you sidestep all those common, really expensive errors that have sunk countless export adventures before they even started. Just take a look at these pitfalls. How many sound a little familiar? Have you ever thought about jumping into a market just because it's huge without really having a competitive edge? Or what about copying a competitor without knowing if you have the same resources or supply chain they do? A solid plan helps you avoid every single one of these traps. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but man, it's a lot to take on, especially if you're a smaller business. But the reality is, you don't have to navigate this journey all by yourself. There are experts out there who can act as your guide. And there are different kinds of support available depending on what you need. Think of it like this. You can either hire a professional guide to take you up the mountain, or you can take a course to learn how to climb it yourself. Both paths get you to the top, but they're very different journeys. So on one side, you've got organizations that act as these hands-on strategic partners. They'll do the deep dive research and buyer matchmaking right alongside you. On the other side, you've got knowledge hubs that offer practical courses for entrepreneurs who want to build these skills inside their own team.
The key is just to find the approach that really fits your business and your goals. So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this one question. When it comes to taking your business global, are you exporting with a map or just a destination? Because let's be honest, having a dream is great, but having a plan is what will actually get you there.